Hi there, my name is Garth and I'm a golf performance coach. But I want to share a personal story. My 12-year-old son, played golf over the weekend with his younger brother and their friends. And I think my son obviously was looking forward to the game, he was looking forward to the round, but I could sense that there was something going on because he was a bit agitated when he left. Anyway, it didn't go well. He didn't play well, he really struggled and got really upset, and that just made things worse. And so much so that he really showed some bad sportsmanship. So much so that his younger brother actually called him out on it, and it was a very unpleasant situation by all accounts. So when I fetched him from the clubhouse, there were some very upset boys. I put them in the car and I asked what's going on, and my older son started breaking down a little bit about it. And I just said to him, listen, let's just get back to the house and we'll go for a swim, and then we can have a chat about your round afterwards. Anyway, we had a nice swim, and he kind of relaxed a little bit, and I went upstairs to go get changed out of my costume. And when I came downstairs, my son had the success cube, and he built on his own accord. He just gone and found the cube, and he had built his cube based around his performance for the day. And it didn't look like this, like a perfectly nice round, nice square sort of success cube. It looked like that. Okay, so nowhere near the success cube that we would want to see. And he did this by himself. I didn't encourage him, I didn't direct him, nothing at all. He done it himself. And the fact that he'd taken this cube and put down that his attitude was terrible. He felt like his work rate has been good. He's been practicing his golf a lot recently, but he knows that his skills still need a bit of work. So he kind of only had 50% of the skills. He's really working hard, so you're 100% there, but his attitude, you can see, was 0. And it was incredible. We what could have been a very, very emotional conversation, like probably a bit of a battering in the car on the way home, turned into one of the most open, collaborative, engaging conversations that I've ever had with him. And he's 12 years old, and the cube is what drove that. His ability to assess his performance, put it down into something tactile, into something where he could reflect upon it, but put it out there. There it is there. So the performance was independent of him. So it wasn't a bashing of him, it was a bashing of his performance, how he went about this engagement for the day or that round of golf. And we had one of the most objective, yet there was subjectivity to it as well, but it was a lovely conversation about how he could get better, what areas were really depleted. He obviously realized the area of his ways and was very remorseful, and after we'd had our conversation and we'd kind of put down a couple of pointers that he felt like he needed to work on and things he could do better, he went over and found his brother and obviously apologized. And there's that old saying, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And that was especially a very extensive learning experience.